Riot season, the last crescendo, the Spit Bucket Podcast picks coming up next.
This is JJ Solomon.
This Corey Bradshaw, Mr. RTBA, Mr. These boys can't touch me on my worst day. This is the Spit Bucket Podcast.
It's your boy, Mr. RTBA, Mr. 214, Senor Dos, Senor Dos, Mr. Undeniable, Mr. These boy can't touch me on my worst day. This is the Spit Bucket Podcast, episode 88, 87, fight prediction, 88, 87, fight prediction with my partner in crime, my brother from another, Mr. JJ Solomon. What's poppin', my guy?
Oh, bro, it feels like Christmas in what month are we? Christmas in February. We were just celebrating Valentine's Day a week ago for the ladies, but man, it's Christmas time for the fellas. The big ass fight card. A lot of people arguing, even with the two recent pullouts, fight card of the century. I don't know if I'm ready to say that, but still, I'm all here for it. $25. I don't want to see y'all being cheap. Go pay these $25. Get these fighters paid. But Corey, I'm excited, bro. I didn't sleep a wink last night. I woke up early. I'm just ready for the card, bro. How you feeling?
Ecstatic, bro. Like you said, bro, matters if this is the biggest fight card of the century. This is one of the biggest fight cards we done seen in the last 20 or 30 years. Clear cut, no debate, like you stated. Even with the loss of a couple of fighters, bro, this fight has still got me super intrigued, especially with one of the replacements, which we're going to get to in Martin Bakole, right?
And
I'm still intrigued by that. You hear me, cuz? So, JJ, I'm ecstatic, like you say. Feel like Christmas. I just want to get up and clap my hands, stomp my feet, and shout for joy. You understand me? Now, listen, people don't like this. They like, oh, why boxing on a Saturday? I'm like, this is perfect when football season is over with, to have boxing cards early like this so you can go on with the rest of your day and not have to, I like the traditional way at nighttime, but I like this too.
Yeah, I got no problem, man. I got no problem with it. Let's see. So yeah, Rich said Bakole was a phenomenal replacement. Absolutely. We'll get to that here in a bit. What time's fight start, twin? 10 o'clock is the card, so we're gonna get right through this. Ramirez Boxing, what's going on? How do I order TSB shirt? I need a white 2XL. We're reloading the website. We're reloading everything, dog. I have some on hand, but I don't have any white ones. But as soon as we get that going, we'll let y'all know. But let's go and get to it, Corey. Let me get ready on this thing. We put this together pretty quick, but we're gonna start on the Joshua Batsui and Callum Smith fight. We're not gonna do the three early card picks. We can go from here just for the sake of time. The card literally starts here in less than an hour. So without further ado, Corey, a lot of people are buzzing about this fight, and here's the thing with this fight card. So many picks are like there's no obvious picks. You know, obviously there, and we'll get to some that or one that isn't obvious, but for the most part, bro, like what I'm seeing on Twitter, everybody's torn, bro. Like everybody's torn. There's a lot of undecided voters. But let's start with it, bro. With Callum and Batsui. What's your thoughts on it? What are your picks? You want to just go ahead and take it?
Oh yeah, man, I love this fight right here, bro, because Joshua Buatsi, or however you say his name,
Buatsi,
right?
Yeah,
he has showed, that he is the real deal, and he deserved this type of moment. If you've been following Joshua Buatsi his entire career, you have just seen this guy elevate. But when it comes to speaking about Callum Smith, right, you got to also give Callum Smith credit, former champion, and the only two losses on his resume is to world-class fighters in Arthur Beterbiev and Canelo Alvarez, bro. Them are the only two losses on his resume. And with me, right, it's easy to go for the new flavor of the week, right? But see, the thing about this is, if it was just so far-fetched, it'll be easy for me to pick Joshua Buwase, right? But it's not that far fetched. You know, I can't give a dude that they crown until they have their crowning moment, even though he coming in here as the interim, right? So I'm picking Callum Smith to win this fight off experience, JJ.
That's it, bro. Again, I want to say this. This fight picks for me ain't hey, I want y'all coming back. Oh, JJ, you were wrong. These are 50-50. If I go 0 for 7, well, I won't go 0 for 7. If I go 0 for 7, I'm fine with it because it's a great card, and that means we had 50-50 fights. But like you said, bro, this one's a tough one. You're looking at experience versus the young buzz. Callum Smith's been in there with arguably two of the most feared fighters in boxing. You can say what you want about Canelo and all that, but he went in there and he did the damn thing. He knows what it's like to fight under the bright lights. He fought against Better Be Even. Yeah, those were his only 2 losses, 32 fights. But the thing with Buatsi, bro, is the people he's beaten, unanimous decisions. Like you see, you have undefeated guys. You have guys with 1 loss. His whole career, you don't see him fighting no padded up records. So this was really tough for me, bro. But I think I'm with you, man. You see all the problems, folks who are seasoned veterans like Danny Dubois having problems getting sick out there, not being able to handle the travel. Like this shit takes its toll. And then you add on the bright lights. So for that, I'm gonna agree with you, bro. With Smith Boatty, I'm gonna pick the veteran. Would not be surprised one bit if Boatty gets the decision. I see this fight going 12 rounds. But yeah, I think I'm a rock with you and Callum Smith. So look at us, both of us picking the first fight, the same. Let's see, let's check the comments real quick. I'm gonna try to get to as many comments as we can, guys. What do we got? Just not King of the 90s, big time cards, not so much 50-50. I agree. All right, cool. I didn't know if there was any follow-up. All right. He said, "Io getting that skinny in the face. That boy losing weight. You been doing jumping jacks, dog?" All right, bro. Let's keep it moving, man. Like I said, we got a fight card to get to. So with the next fight coming up on here, oh shit, let me take that comment off. I need a producer. Anybody want to be a producer? We got Zhang, Zili Zhang, and Ajit Kaya, y'all, man. We gotta struggle with the names.
Cabrio, however the hell you say his name.
Yeah, dog. So
But
another,
him, the one on the right, him.
yeah, the one is not Zhang. Another exciting fight, bro. Like one thing we can count on Zhang to bring is an exciting fight. One thing we can count on Ajit bringing is an exciting fight. You went first last time. You want me to go first this time?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, look, I respect Zhang. I love what Zhang does. Man, matter of fact, I don't know if I've ever picked Zhang in a fight because he always proved me wrong. But no, bro, I'm gonna go with Ajit on this one, bro. Like, I mean, he just showed me too much spark, energy, shit that you can't really prepare for. Zhang is, he's up there in age, dog. He's been in there. He's taking some big punishment. We've seen some of the fights. We've seen him take some punishment. I think Father Time is finally going to show up, or he has showed up, and I think we see kind of the passing of the torch. I mean, not for the heavyweight like champs or anything, but those names. I think Ajit really makes a name for himself today, and with dominant performance. That's who I'm picking. What about you, Corey?
Yeah. How you say his name again, Jay?
Ajit Kobial.
Cabrio, something like that.
Kobial,
Him,
yeah.
the one on the right. Right. Like you say, none of these fights you could pick wrong, right? None of them you could pick wrong except one if you just stupid is, stupid does, bull does.
Yeah.
It's only one that you could pick wrong, right? I agree with everything you said, JJ, when it comes to the Big Bang, Zele Jean, right? I just seen a lot of slippage in him where you ain't, not saying that you ain't supposed to see no slippages. Like you say, he getting up there in the age. Is he a good fighter? Can he win this fight? Absolutely, he can win this fight. He coming in there 40 plus pounds heavier than the guy. Now, my thing is the guy activity going to be able to keep it going for so many rounds? Is Bang going to be able to put his leanest body on him? Because that's a smart thing to do and get this guy tired within them first 4 to 5 rounds and then be able to just take over in the later rounds, right? But I don't know if Zane gonna be able to do that just by looking at his previous performances. Is he a stellar heavyweight? Do he deserve to be on this level right here? Absolutely. But I'm going with the other guy, with you, just off activity, as you say, Zay.
2 for 2. Look at us getting along, agreeing. We need to change his logo to us smiling at each other. We're gonna just keep agreeing like this. We don't ever get mad no more. That's what happens when we get old. Everything just so all right. It don't matter. Hey, shout out to Tommy Dukes for the 199 super chat. Nice breakdown. We appreciate you, dog, digging into the wallet early on a Saturday morning. We appreciate showing that love, man. Mosquito spray. Salute to TSB. Did y'all hear Scope? All right, I'm gonna pause this. We'll pause this for later. But salute to
Hey,
Mosquito.
happy birthday to my boy Mosquito.
Oh
He had a
shit!
birthday yesterday, man. Happy birthday to my dog Mosquito Spray, man.
Happy birthday, Mosquito. Appreciate you always tuning in, locking in, supporting Spit Bucket, IOTBA, all of that, bro. Appreciate it. Tommy Dukes, are you doing Cabial Zhang matchup? And he agrees. He's picking a jit with the UD win as well. Yeah, I see this going the distance. If it's a Cabial win, I see it going to distance just because Zhang got that. Hey, he's hard to hurt that dude, man. But yeah. Let's keep it moving, bro. Let's keep it moving. Next on the card. Oh man, I'm excited about this one, dog. I'm excited about this one. This is the one where me and you are not going to agree. I'll let you go first, bro. Virgil Ortiz Jr. coming off of a fight of the year performance against Boachuk. Israel Madrimov coming off of a great stellar performance against the boogeyman, the guy everybody talks about, the guy everybody thinks is going to go up and make history and beat Canelo Alvarez with a great performance against Terrence Bud Crawford. Stars are lining up. We've been calling for Virgil Ortiz's moment for a long time. Here he is on the grand stage. Corray, let's hear your picks, dog.
Oh yeah, it ain't no secret. I've been saying this for the past couple of months since we found out that this fight was announced. Right? I've never been torn with this fight. Right? I always had my eyes focused on one guy. Right? And then and then that guy's Israel Madrimov. And let me break it down real quick to y'all. Right? Now, Israel Madrimov put on the best performance against Terrence Crawford we ever seen, right? Now, I came on my show, and I came on our show here on the Split Bucket Podcast, and everybody know our TBI, I was giving JJ Solomon all his praise. And I did it when we got on the Spit Bucket too, to say, yeah, it's a possibility that I could see Crawford overlooking Madrimov, but it's also that possibility that Madrimov is that good, bro. And the way he was, and I just can't look past this. I've never seen a fighter be able to compete like that with Terrence Crawford in that squared circle, right? And seeing Virgil Ortiz, I know styles make fights, whoop-de-whoop. Israel Madrimov and Bud was counterpunchers, but what I'll tell you, a slick counterpuncher, bro, with power can be the dude, who's just a bull. We ain't seen, in my opinion, them other levels out of Virgil Ortiz thus far. Is he a good fighter? Absolutely. Do he deserve to be on this level? Absolutely. Wouldn't take nothing away from the kid. But I just think them big boy boots he putting on going into this fight is gonna get him stopped in the late round stoppage. Everybody want to talk about, Virgil Ortiz, them was flash knockdowns. Really? Y'all can miss me with
100%,
y'all
dog.
can miss me with that cliche shit of a
100%.
flash knockdown. If a punch land on you and you get knocked down, you get knocked down. Just say I recovered well. He got knocked down twice
Yeah.
against Boba Chuck. And not only is Israel Madrimov better on his feet, better at his punch placement, right? He is the stronger fighter coming into this fight. So I got Israel Madrimov, Jay.
I gotta disagree with you saying he's stronger, bro. I think he's got. Look, all right. So you're picking Madrimov. I'll just say it right up top. I'm picking Virgil, and I'm picking Virgil by a. This is the one I'm sticking my neck out there. This is the one where when everybody's picking Madrimov, or a lot of people picking Madrimov, or a lot of people saying this fight's gonna be so close. This is the one where I'm gonna say no, it's not. And I explain my reasons. And listen, I want to take a couple step backward. Bud Crawford ain't the type to overlook a fighter. I'm not saying he overlooked Madrimov. I'm saying his preparation, no chance in hell, was the same as it was for Errol Spence. We saw the 2-week pre-camp that he did in Vegas for Errol. Then he went on to do his camp. So he did a whole 8-week camp for Errol Spence. So all I'm saying is Bud wasn't as prepared. It was a 10 fight. This dude had 10 fights, relatively unknown if you weren't just watching the game. And then on top of that, Madrimov came off in that Bud fight and did stuff different than his first 10 fights. A lot of herky jerky, a lot of super feints, like feinting the hell out of Bud. And I think that threw Bud off too. And I think Bud, he didn't need to turn it on. He just needed to go and win a decision. But I think it caught Bud by surprise. That's why I'm saying I don't think Virgil is going to be caught by surprise. We saw the best of Madrimov, and Bud didn't have that film to study. Virgil now has the film. You know Robert Garcia is going to do the job in the lab. Virgil has the film to study a top-tier Madrimov, which didn't exist before. I think Virgil's going to come out super prepared because he's been waiting for this moment. Bud had his moment on July 23rd, 2023. This is Virgil's moment. So I think Virgil's preparation, his chip on his shoulder, he's gone through adversity. He's been taking big shots. We saw the fight with Mean Machine. And speaking of Mean Machine said he hits harder than Terrence. So with all of that being said, excellent fighter in Madrimov. I love the kid. It's going to look different than the Boachuk fight, but I'm picking Virgil. Dominant decision, maybe stoppage, bro. Maybe stoppage. Shout out to Warlock Boxing, man. Big supporter. We follow a lot on Twitter. Rich Parco, Virgil dominates Madrimov. The hype for Canelo, Bud takes a hit. I agree, but I don't think the hype needs to take a hit, dog, because we can't play these triangle theories. You know, we can't say, oh, well, Virgil looked better against Madrimov than Bud did, so Bud shouldn't fight Canelo. No, man, styles make fights. And I don't think Canelo Bud take any type of hit. Any thought on that, Gray? If Virgil,
this is why I totally. I mean, no, I disagree with that because I don't feel like Virgil is going to expose Madrimov. I feel like Madrimov is going to win this fight. And one thing about stepping up in competition, right? You start seeing the deficiencies, right? You start seeing the deficiencies out of the fighters. And one thing we seen when Virgil fought Boachuk, we seen a lot of deficiencies with him within that fight. People want to go and look at that fight and get on their knees and pray to whatever God they believe in that Virgil won that fight. But if you was looking at that fight with a clear-eyed vision, Boachuk clearly won that fight, and he exposed a lot of things about Virgil Ortiz. Now, I get it. Boachuk is a fighter who's going to keep that pressure on you. He's going to make you fight, and I get it. Madrimov is a guy who will systematically break you down as a counterpuncher, right? But what they say when the bull come to the matador make the bull look foolish. And today, right, y'all are going to see the same deficiencies that I've been seeing out of Virgil Ortiz in this last couple of fights. The guy just ain't been the same. I ain't seen no maturation, but he has his moment and this opportunity today to show that maturation, to show he is who he said he was. But do I think he's going to do it? Absolutely not.
Yeah, I'll piggyback on this part, and it's your comment and Rich's comment. Virgil defense is terrible, but will Madrimov throw enough punches to keep him off? The second part of that sentence, I think the answer is no. I don't think Madrimov is going to be active. The first part of your sentence, Rich, and then what you said, Corey, about that Boachuk fight. Most thing I was impressed about the Boachuk fight was Virgil's adapting. He changed the fight up, and he was like going back and forth between brawling and boxing. And when he turned on to boxing, it was beautiful to watch. He was sticking the jab. He was getting out the way and making homeboy miss. Boachuk. That's why I saw in that Boachuk fight everything. The first time I saw it, I agree with you, Corey, completely. I agree with everybody. The second time I saw it, the third time I saw it, Virgil impressed me more and more. The second half of that fight is the reason I am so adamant about Virgil winning this fight big. The second half of Boachuk Virgil is why I'm saying that. So, yeah, we've all seen holes in Virgil's defense. We've all seen him get hit.
I'm going to tell you like this. He don't throw a better jab than Madrimov. He don't counterpunch better than Madrimov. He don't hit harder than Madrimov, and his footwork is
Mm.
not better than Madrimov, and his defense so not better than Madrimov. So when I'm checking off all the boxes, I'm looking at that. I'm not saying that Virgil Ortiz don't got no power and he can't hit this man and hurt him, but that's the only way I see Virgil Ortiz winning this fight. He is going to have to hurt Madrimov, right? And if he cannot hurt him, which we see he couldn't hurt Bobachuk, then this fight not going to go his way.
Bro, he almost stopped Chuck in the 8th round. You got to go back and see it, dude. No, maybe it was 11th round. I don't remember. Hold on. Let's see. Virgil had a legit jab at 147. He got to get back to that. Agreed 100%, man. And the thing with Virgil, he's a knucklehead, too. He gets hit. He comes back harder. He needs to be disciplined in there. Madrimov will get back to fighter was prior to Bud Craftful. Virgil loses to Madrimov. All right. We see the picks. I'm going on a limb. What a great fight. I got to be real. It's the one I'm looking forward to the most. I agree. What up, Al Money on a Saturday morning?
What's up,
Mr.
Mr. 231? He in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Man, we appreciate y'all, dude.
Overdose.
To the overdose. All right, let's go.
Overdose.
What's up, my boy?
Bro. This card is hell to overdose.
No doubt. All right, let's keep it moving, guys. Let's keep it moving. We're already half an hour into our Pick'em show. I know one of these fights, the fight is gonna take a little bit of our attention here a bit. All right, so we did Virgil. Now we're starting to get a little bit to the big boys. Carlos, no, not yet. Carlos Adames, the Dominican Republic's great hope right now, fighting against boy, you're gonna have to help me with these names. Honda Shiraz. I always be messing these damn names up. I sound like you this morning, Corey. All right, bro. This is a fight I'm looking forward to too, dog. This is one of those fights for me that is like a proven fight. Like we've seen all the hype, we've heard the buzz, we've heard these fighters' fan bases saying, "Hey, my fighter needs this opportunity." For me, this is one of those fights where I always talk about movement in boxing. What did this fight do to move boxing? This fight is going to move the division forward. It's going to answer some questions, and it's going to set up some potential fights that 160's been missing a lot lately, like the fights against Janabek. We've been missing super fights, and I think this fight sets them up. Who do you think? Who you got winning, my boy?
It's an interesting fight, right? But I got to go with experience again. I like Hamzat Shazar, however you say his
Shiraz,
name.
Hamzat. Yeah. You know,
Mosquito, don't call me Abdullah the Butcher, right? Forget you, right? I got to go with experience. I got to go with Carlos Adames, man. Right? Look. Do the kid look the goods? Absolutely. Shiraz look the goods. His mid to long range in that ring, what he showed thus far is impeccable, JJ. The way he's able to control the middle of that ring, with his mid to long range, right? But with Carlos Adames, right, he been doing this, right? And like I say, it's always these big moments where you don't know where a fighter is until they step in this big moment and prove themselves. And I'm not ready to crown Shiraz yet, without him actually proving himself, being under a spotlight and a card like this. I'm going with the experience and Carlos Adames.
Ooh wee! All right. I'm going to have to. This fight was a tough one for me, bro. This is a toss up for me. And even till right now, we got to make a pick. I want to do no soft. I don't know shit. I'm going to go with Shiraz just because of the buzz, the size differential. And that's it, dog. Like honestly, they both got great skill. It's just at this point, I'm just going with the length. I have no reason. I have no negative to say about Adames. It's just a fight. You got to make a pick, and when you just look at them, you look at the circumstances, you look at the recent fights. I just think Shiraz has a little bit more pop, confidence, buzz, self-belief right now, and for that, I'm going Shiraz. But again, would not be disappointed, would not be shocked at all if Carlos Adames gets the win. Let's hit these comments, bro. Oh, Gumbo showing up with the super sticker, bro. Appreciate it. Let's see who else we got. I'm ready today, although it was a couple replacements. The card is still lit. Agreed 100%, man. 100%. Any follow-up on Adames and
not too much follow-up. It's just this is an interesting fight, right? Because you see the goods in Shiraz, and we know Adames is the champion, right? And this is a tail of the tape type of fight, JJ, like where you really don't know. You just have to pick who you think will win this fight.
Yeah, but yeah, I got no dog in the race, and I'm just gonna be sitting there enjoying it like a fat kid in a candy store, or just a kid in a candy shop. I'd have had to say fat, sorry, but fat kids enjoy candy shops a little
I
bit
love
more.
you like a fat kid. Look, you know my style. I say anything to make you smile.
What we got next, bro?
Girl.
Now we get into the electrician making his big time debut. Let me pop up the picture. We got Shakur Stevenson fighting against Josh Padley in the last minute replacement. We got some talking to do on this one, Corey. Shakur Stevenson, obviously, man, the dude's been trying to get in a fight, trying to match himself up, trying to prove to the world that he is who he says he is, despite that performance against Edwin De Los Santos that people still can't seem to forget. Corey, are you excited about this fight? This is probably the one fight where this is like that middle square in the bingo card where everybody gets to put it on there. That's kind of where I'm feeling for this fight. What are your thoughts, bro?
I'm very excited about this fight. Even with the replacement. At first, before I say that, I got to give Josh Padley, a lot of respect, bro, for him saving this card. Like Eddie Hearn said, that dude saved this card. He saved Shakur Stevenson an opportunity that could have been wasted
Mm-hmm.
because of some BS another team did, right? So I got to give Josh Padley his all due respect. But I'm gonna be honest with everybody around the world. I didn't know who this guy was until they announced him. I'm not gonna act like I'm one of them boxing dudes who know all of these fighters, and I know about that. I absolutely know nothing about this guy. I
That
just know
little
he's
guy.
15-0 with 4 knockouts. That's the only thing I know about him. And the one thing I know about him now, he got hard. He got hard because anybody who could step up off the porch, in like 4 days before a fight, bro, that show you what they got inside them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I give him that. His heart is like the king of the lion in the jungle. Give Josh Padley a big old hand clap for that. Cuz got heart. So I'm gonna give him that, JJ. You hear me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him that. But and listen, all I want to do is see Shakur win this fight, right? I don't got no expectations
Mm-hmm.
of Shakur in this fight. I know he's going to win this fight. But however Shakur win this fight, I'm going to give Shakur a big old hand clap, right? Real talk, JJ. I'm going to be honest with you, right? Because I'm sick of this shit.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sick
know.
of I'm sick of the bullshit that Shakur have to go through and how he got to endure. Everybody talk about this about him and how he can't do this and how he this and that, but nobody wants to fight him when it's time for the big moment. JJ, it ain't about fuck us fans and impressing us and whoop de whoop
Mm-hmm.
that. That's why I'm at with it now. With Shakur, you
That's
ain't got to
what's up.
impress me, Shakur. All you got to do is go in the motherfucking square circle and win because nobody wants to fight you. This guy can't catch a motherfucking break, JJ. Not Nathaniel at all from none of these fighters around here. They talk about how his hands are so
Mm-hmm.
brittle and this and that and whoopty whoop and all of this other stuff. But when it comes to wanting to fight this guy, them guys be running like Forrest Gump. You understand me? Like these dudes have Herschel Walker speed. I mean, these dudes moves are better than Barry Sanders in the '90s when he was on the Detroit Lions. Hold up, these dudes could catch 50 touchdowns and show aggressive athletic ability to get away like Randy Moss. JJ, when it comes to fighting Shakur Stevenson, they always say everything about this guy, but to
But
end that
let's
note,
fight.
I got Shakur winning this fight dominant. I'm not gonna say knockout because, like you said, JJ, it's one of the things that you always say. We always expect. I forgot what you
No, yeah,
how.
expectations. Set your expectations to who you watching. Like, you can't go into an action movie expecting a comedy movie. You can't go into a horror movie expecting tears, like or it's you can't go into a Tank Davis fight expecting a Shakur fight or vice versa. Both are brilliant at what they do. It just looks different. And if you one of them fans that need to get tickled and oh look, no defense, getting punch, knockout. No, there's more to boxing. It's a sweet science. It's a gentleman's sport. There's different ways to skin a cat. You can either knock a dude out after studying him for 4 or 5 rounds the way Tank does, or you can just be that much better in the ring and not getting hit. If you don't like it, I get it. But don't take away from Shakur's greatness because you don't like that type of movie. If you don't like love movies, you can't say Titanic was a shitty movie. Like, I mean, just because you don't like romance movies and boats, it's just what it is. It's what Shakur is, and he's fucking great. Pardon the French. It's Saturday, but obviously my pick is Shakur. I've been big on Shakur for a long time. Shit, everybody gave me shit after that Edwin fight. I'm picking Shakur, but let's just walk through. Isaac Cruz didn't want it. Lomachenko didn't want it. Devin Haney put a 25% offer, then fucking bells to 140. Frank Martin had a fight ready to go, didn't want it. Kid Austin, well, we're probably about to get into because I can see you ready to attack. Kid Austin, we'll talk a little bit about that. You say what you want. Pops is saying all this. At the end of the day, he ain't in there again. So what are you supposed to do, dog? I'm pulling for Shakur. I'm glad they found a replacement. Salute to Padley. I seen him taking some shit for being an electrician. Hey, man, that's better than all these other dudes sitting around waiting for paydays. The dude supporting his family.
Yeah, bro. Electricians make buku fucking money. So hold up, this is what's my thing right here. All you regular motherfuckers around here got jobs just like we do. So how the fuck is y'all gonna get mad at this dude for having a motherfucking job? And guess what? This dude, I heard he getting like 600,000 to $1 million for this fight, and he deserved every fucking shit on it.
Bro.
So talk about the fucking electrician now, you fucking bozos.
Hell yeah. How much would you love to get a phone call from your regular 9-to-5 job? Be like, hey, you want to come fight Shakur? Shit. Like, and then to man up and do it. So not only does the dude mess with the electricity, at any moment he could shock himself and die. He's going in there.
And JJ, look, and get on weight. We don't know how much weight this guy had to lose.
Yup. Salute to Padley, bro. Salute to Padley. I want to hit the comments because I seen a couple people. Sorry, I got to zoom in a little bit. These eyes ain't working the way they used to. I wanted to make sure we had. Fool says Josh Padley look like he just got off of work. Mosquito spray, my pick. Zang, Madrimov, Shares, Brick City, Berserker, Bacoli, and better be by stoppage. More facts. We appreciate you. All right, we'll hit the rest of these in a bit. I just wanted to see if there's any. Are you worried about Shakur's hands from Rich? Why anybody fight, why won't anybody fight brittle hands, man? I mean, the dude will make you look bad, bro. So, look at this guy said, Gumbo said my cousin's electrician. He makes $45 an hour. Exactly, bro. But let's talk a little bit about the disaster real quick, because I know this card's coming up. But the disaster, I know you've been heavy on it. We were heavy. And listen, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Our last episode, we put it private just because we went heavy on Schofield. And without a lot of the facts, but we about to make it unprivate because this shit's just bananas. I seen somebody say earlier, did you see him blaming De La Hoya? Well, yesterday around 9 o'clock, I guess, he's like, or from Schofield's Twitter account, but it's obviously Pops is doing it, said, we're going to be free agents in a few months. A few hours later, he comes back saying, no, we're not. We're with Golden Boy. Then he goes to IG talking about he got hacked. So it's just more, I don't know what's going on with Pops. We have not heard from him. I wanted to let y'all know that. We've been very in touch. We've been close with the Schofields for years. Some reason or another, I don't know what's going on. We don't have nothing to report to you guys because it's just been crickets. I don't know what's going on upstairs with Pops. But all I can say, as somebody who is a fan and somebody who cares about Kid Austin the human, right? The person, the young man, the new dad, as somebody who respects Pop, somebody who's broken bread with Pop, somebody who's smoked with Pop, somebody who's chilled and been real with Pops. Dog, you hurting your son's career, bro. You are hurting your son's career. And if I was doing that, I would expect people who are close to me to tell me, you are hurting your son's career now. For the longest, me and Corey both have given you your props for taking care of your son and keeping him away from the bullshit. But now you have made it way more about yourself than your own son, than his opponents, than his career. It's all about Pops now. Nobody can get to Kid. Nobody can let him hear. And yeah, that's good to keep him away from the distractions. But now the world needs to hear Kid Austin's voice. The world needs to hear that you know, Craig, I know you still put some of the blame on Kid, and I do too, but we got to realize we have it on an interview. This ain't no us being sitting here just gossiping. We heard Kid Austin make the Joe Johnson comment or the Joe Jackson
I
comment.
wish you had that clip.
Yeah, it's on our shit. It's on an interview, one of our recent Kid Austin interviews with a Joe Jackson clip. And me and you kind of laughed it off, but there was some truth to that. We seen the footage that came out with Pops, and yeah, if it was cleared in court, fine. I'm not sitting here to label him an abuser or anything. But what I am saying is he's got a temper, and he obviously controls Kid. We also saw a situation after his last fight where we were all there together with the team that was not pretty. And me and you came straight after that fight privately saying something's brewing there and it needs to be addressed. All that to say, bro, like, what is Pops doing? The kid had a promising career. Now Riot season's pissed at him. I promise you, Golden Boy's pissed at him. I know you're going to talk a little bit about the Oscar De La Hoya comment. It's a terrible look. Who in the hell is going to want to do business with them now, dog? Who in the hell is going to want to do business with them? It's terrible, bro.
No, agreed, 100%. And when you hear, and shout out to my guy Bernard Hopkins, the alien, the executioner, one of the greatest of all time. But we're gonna be honest, Bernard Hopkins, when you ask him a question, he has a long win. Like that one question can go into 20 or 30 minutes. That's my guy. That's just who he is. That's how Philadelphians do it. They could talk. And one thing about Bernard Hopkins, you can ask him 1/4 of a question, and that'll be a 60-minute.
That's the interview, dog.
Bernard Hopkins and Bernard Hopkins only. The tail of the tape showed me yesterday, Jose Jr., when they asked Bernard Hopkins about Kid Austin, he say no comment. I was stunned. I was shocked. JJ, I couldn't believe. He said no comment. So that showed you where they at with it now. And another thing, JJ, I spoke on. Oscar De La Hoya. Shout out to the Golden Boy, right? Like I say, yeah, everybody do embarrassing things in their life, right? And it's easy to point at and me too. And when people are in the public, right? But when you're in the public and it's easy to dig what skeletons in somebody else's closet. But when you're not in the public, it's a lot of skeletons in motherfuckers' closets who we don't even know about. So that's why I don't take people seriously. Yeah, it was funny when you seen De La Hoya in the spandex and bending, yeah, I get it, right? But the one thing about De La Hoya, bro, is he is a great businessman, right? I don't care what nobody say. He look out for his fighters, and him winning the American Promoter of the Year last year, that tells you everything, right? For Oscar De La Hoya to come on there on this interview yesterday and said, I have heard no information, nothing, not a titi, Nathaniel about this situation, JJ, that tells me everything I need to know about this situation. Because like I said, I was already skeptical when Kid Austin got out that hospital. The next day, if you this so fucking sick, right? Something's really wrong with you. Your intestines feel like they're coming out of some. Fuck, you get out the hospital in one day. Your daddy make this fake ass video of you. Say, kid, close your eyes. Act like you're just out
He
there.
was sleeping, bro. He was sleeping. That wasn't.
I know.
Kid
I don't
won't
believe
play
it.
along, bro.
JJ,
He was
hold up.
sleeping.
JJ, I don't believe. He said, kid, close your eyes.
You fucking.
Well, I take this video, right? Listen, JJ. Listen, how can you believe it? We can't believe these people now. All the shenanigans they've been pulling. And JJ, when Oscar De La Hoya ain't even heard nothing or got no type of information, they show me everything I need to know, JJ, that nothing really happened. The only thing that happened is they did all that talking, right? And when it came time for the moment, a dog tail be up when he like that, right? But when it's time for a dog to get in the fight and he don't think he can win, that tail goes straight up to crack his ass, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
And that's what happened in this situation. It's embarrassing, JJ. And we don't need to get into all the stuff. Everybody know everything. We all been talking. This is embarrassing, and Floyd Senior should be ashamed of himself. JJ, and I say this because you need to hear this, Floyd Senior. Something is mentally sickening going on in your head, sir. And I'm not telling y'all something I think. I'm telling y'all something I know. And with the public seeing all this shit going on, just think about the other shit that goes on when we're not seeing it or nobody else isn't seeing it and some shit comes to light. Just like the incident we seen on video of him pushing the woman down and saying, I'll blow your motherfucking head off, right? Or the incident that we seen, which, you know, we're not going to talk about unless it needs to be talked about in the future, that we seen that was fucking despicable. As a fucking
dad, dog, as a fucking
dad,
dad. Yeah.
dad to son, was fucking despicable and terrible, bro. When I tell you this dude, in a matter of 48 hours, like you said, fucked his son career up. They say nobody is want to go to sign this guy as long as he has Floyd Senior with him. The next fight I see Floyd Schofield on is on Pro Box. No shots at Pro Box, right? But Pro Box is for fighters who trying to elevate themselves to get to the big levels, right? That's what type of fights they're doing. And they are putting on good fights with
Hell yeah.
fighters who done been on that level before. But that's what Pro Box is. I don't even know if Pro Box on him. And with him coming out saying, we'll be a free agent in months, and then talking about somebody hacked this stuff and whoopty whoop, it's not believable, Floyd Senior. So if I'm Oscar De La Hoya, for however many months I have them left, because there's going to be no proof. They can't do no documents to try to falsify documents, because Oscar De La Hoya, the thing with him and the thing between a lot of us regular Americans, his money is super long. He could put an investigation on that shit with top flight lawyers and check and see if they done documented some shit. He can get information from JJ. You could tell he done already got information from Saudi. Look at his reaction. If I'm Oscar De La Hoya, I don't hold them for a couple of months. I drop their ass right now. You make a statement to Floyd Senior, right? And Floyd Jr. And now I'm not getting up off of Floyd Jr. because he was saying the same rhetoric that his daddy was saying. He told before the day before he supposedly got sick, I want to hit Shakur and knock him out, and I just want to see him on the ground for 15 seconds. Just stuck, like he unconscious or something. That's what he said. Then he folded. I'm not finna, you're a 22, 23-year-old man. Daddy can't hold his hand forever. No, this dude got to be accountable for his, that's a grown-ass man. His daddy can't go to jail with him.
Yeah, dog, but I feel that, but you got, and listen, I'm gonna put up Gumbo. Shout out for the super chat, appreciate you. He said, Kid Austin is crying out for help. Someone needs to help him. He's under that spell. Just saying. Listen, a lot of people might read this as a joke, but look, when you play with things like we've heard Pops play with, like you said last time, the hypnotism. When you play with things like voodoo, which we heard him talk about before, and you see the control he has over his kid. Look, Bill Haney is very vocal on Devin's career. We see it over and over. We can just name a five. Teofimo and his pop. You can name them. But the big difference is the individual, the fighter, also has a voice. Kid Austin, when we talking to Kid, when we're texting, it's all going through Pops. It's social media, all going through Pops. Kid doesn't have a voice. When you're a young boy, right? When you're a young boy who living with your pops and stuff, and maybe you've seen the crazy side of him, the wild side, Correa, you don't just become a man when you're 18. Like, there's a hold he has on Kid. And listen, if Kid were to grow some balls, and I don't even like saying it like that because it's not a testicular fortitude issue for me. It's a mental.
I'm scared what he'll do to Kid. I'm just
exactly 100%, bro. Like, if not physical abuse, the verbal abuse. All right, son, we'll go. I'm not your dad no more. I can see him saying some shit like that. All right, you don't want me no more? We'll go. Like, he has Kid on a hold, bro, and it is not fair. And for the longest time, we saluted it. We saluted it knowing it was dangerous, a dangerous game, but we saluted it because it seemed like they had it under control. It's out of control. It's gone out of control.
And the one thing before, because I know we got to hurry up, we got 10 minutes before the fight. The one thing I want to speak on, JJ, is him talking about he gave up his music career. Kid Austin like 22, 23. You 50-something, coach. You was 30-something years old when Kid was born. What the fuck music career you talking about?
No, Gumbo, I didn't say you were joking. I'm saying others could read it.
What the fuck music career is this dude talking about? You was 30-something when you had Kid Austin. And then we look up, nobody knows nothing about you. If you was a music star and you were going to be big, you would have did that. I'm talking about you, guys. You was 30-something when you had your kid. I mean, it was the music career, not saying it was over, but it just never panned out. And he tried to blame, and that's the type of person he put on. I stopped my music career to focus on you and to make you the greatest boxer of all time.
Yeah. So what you're saying is you don't think I should pursue my hip hop career then, since I'm almost 40? Think I should just hang them up, bro? And then one last thing I want to point on, bro. And we're about to here. I might as well get to the next one because the next one is yeah, right. We're there. Shakur, yeah, Joseph Parker. All right, so I'm transitioning. Good luck to Shakur and salute to Padley for taking the fight. Goddamn Kid Austin, I don't know what the hell's going on. I hope you're okay. And damn it. But one thing I want to say, another replacement fighter. But before we get into this, the Daniel Dubois situation, bro, if you read the context, the Ring Magazine posted that they sent Daniel Dubois to their doctor. So that tells me Dubois called or something, said, hey, I'm not feeling well. What do I do? Kid Austin's situation, they took it amongst themselves to go to the hospital. They didn't call first and report it and say all this. So it's almost like they had their own agenda. They did it completely different than Daniel Dubois. Another question I saw presented, why is nobody giving Daniel Dubois the kind of heat that Kid Austin saying? Because Daniel Dubois, A, is a champ. He's proven himself in the past. And B, he didn't spend the entire fucking promotion being insane. I mean, shit, Coach Pops was similar to Ryan Garcia last year, dog. Like some insane allegations. And if they're true, God forgive me. But how in the hell can that be true? And then you come in and say, no, we can't blame Shakur's people. My apologies. And then you continue to blame Shakur's people after that. Something ain't right up here, bro. With all that said, hold on, let me check.
I'm telling you, JJ. I'm telling you, I'm scared for Kid Austin if he try to move on away from his daddy, bro. I'm scared for him. I'm just saying that.
Yup. All right, so we have my bad on the names, bro. I just took a screenshot. We put this together real quick. Joseph Parker, Martin McCauley coming in as a late minute replacement. Did you see the scales, the numbers, bro? It was like 309 or something like that. 315. A lot of people were picking Dubois to beat Parker, or no, Parker to beat Dubois. But for some reason, and I'm interested to see your take here because we haven't talked about it. Now, it seems like amongst a lot of fans that Parker is not the favorite, and folks are picking McCauley to win the fight. What are your thoughts?
They just like Batoli has been a heavyweight, who has started to rise. And every time we see a new heavyweight or a new fighter on the scene who's starting to get that attention, people get the extra comfort for him. So they could put a little extra into him. Not saying Batoli ain't the real deal, right? Because I think he is the real deal, but I think Batoli is the real deal when Batoli have a full training camp, right?
Yeah.
This guy's coming in here 315 pounds. I'm not saying he can come in there and fight the first 3 rounds, but Batoli is going to be dangerous. And if you look at the over and under on the MGM, right, if you bet, is he minus 1,400, right?
1,400?
For the knockout in the first 5 rounds against Parker. So do you know how much money you can win if you put $50 or $100 on Batoli? But I think Batoli is going to be dangerous in these first 3 rounds. I'm not saying fighters can't get up off the couch and do it, but this is Joseph Parker. We're talking about everybody just dismissing Joseph Parker. Like, this guy ain't really like that. And, like, he don't got that Samoan blood in him. And, like, he ain't been the heavyweight champion of the world no more. And that he wasn't putting everything in his training camp because he know Daniel Dubois was going to be a real freaking challenge, JJ. I just cannot put my belief that Batoli is going to be able to beat Joseph Parker in this fight, right? Coming into this on notice when 315 pounds. I got Joseph Parker. By decision, right? But the conditioning of Batoli, right? I wouldn't be surprised, JJ, if this fight gets stopped early.
Yep. Yep. I agree. I agree with you. I'm gonna pick for the second time. I'll move it on, but yeah, I'm gonna pick Parker stoppage in these circumstances. Any other circumstances, full training camp, 100%. We're talking about heavyweights, guys. If you've never stepped foot in the ring, if you've never stepped foot in the ring, even for a quick sparring session, there is nothing like boxing. It is exhausting. Now you're looking across the ring and you have one of the toughest sons of bitches in the heavyweight division who can take a punch. I mean, we've seen who he's been in there with. And I will say this: a lot of people are picking Bacoli off of the big baby pick of the fight. I promise you, Jared Anderson is everything that Joseph Parker is not. Or I should say that different. Joseph Parker is everything that Anderson is not. He is not big baby. So you can't look at that performance. Yeah, it was an incredible performance for Bacoli, but you got to look at the whole picture, man. And for that, dog, like you said, Joseph Parker was getting ready for a big-time fight against somebody who still has a chip on his shoulder like Daniel Dubois. That was going to be a hellacious fight. But I'm picking Parker, and I see a stoppage too, dog. I see a stoppage. You're right. Bacoli going to be a live dog early in the fight. As soon as that tank is empty, which I don't think will take longer than 2-3 rounds, like you said, Parker's going to pick him apart. Easy 12-round decision for me, but I could totally see this being a stoppage, 8th, 9th round. And again, we gave Padley his flowers. Hey, salute to Bacoli. I know there's a lot of money and it's hard to walk away, but still, you still are risking your career. Yeah, you still risking your life. You still risking your career. You still risking getting knocked the hell out in a heavyweight division. This ain't Padley going up against Shakur Stevenson, who isn't known as being a ferocious knockout. This is the heavyweight division. So salute. Corey, let's make our final pick. It's almost time for the card. They're going to be talking a little bit. The card's about to start, but so we have some F around time, but let's spend some time on this. It's the much anticipated rematch. Damn, not even 6 months has been, I don't think. But we have the sorry, man, that's a lousy picture. It's the best I could do right now. We got the rematch between Beterbiev and Bivol, dog. Beterbiev won a decision that I actually had given the fight to Bivol the first time around. Look, the first time around, I picked Bivol for 2 reasons. 40 years old, and Beterbiev was coming off of a knee surgery. At that age, I thought that the movement wasn't going to be there and all that. Beterbiev proved me wrong. He still wasn't as sharp as I thought he was going to be, and you can put that because of Bivol's excellent boxing. But now I think Beterbiev's been 12 rounds to him. He's had more time to recover that knee. I think that we are going to see a more aggressive Beterbiev this time. And even though I picked Bivol the first time, even though I thought Bivol won the first fight, I think this time is a better situation, better circumstances for Beterbiev to come in and win the rematch. Corey, your thoughts?
So you pick Beterbiev?
I'm picking Beterbiev, yeah. At the last minute, I literally picked him last night, bro. I was just like looking at what the first fight, looking at my thought process. Had it not been for the knee injury, and had it not been for the and let me take a step back, Corey. Most of the time I pick the brilliant boxer over the big puncher. Well, which is another reason I picked Bivol. But in this case, bro, it's not like Beterbiev is Isaac Cruz or something. You know what I'm saying? Beterbiev got moves. Beterbiev can box. Beterbiev can cut the ring off. I only picked last time because of the knee and the age. He proved me wrong. I think Beterbiev looks better this time than he did the first time around.
I think so too, but like I said, I had Beterbiev, whatever you want to call him. Right, I had him winning that last fight off the punching power and him having, the bigger moments. It was a close fight to me. But if you look on the concubines, I can't get mad at people for thinking that Bivol won that fight last time because he was outpointing him. He did hit him with more shots, right? And it's easy to say that the judges overlooked that than looked at Beterbiev, or however you say it, his big shot moments. They looked at that more. But JJ, this is set up for a three-peat.
Yeah,
This is set up for a three-peat. I got Bivol winning this fight, right? The reason why I got Bivol winning this fight is because, not saying that the refs are going to just give it to him out of pity, right? It's just, when a fight happens and it's public outrage on it, like it was for that Bivol fight and everybody breaking it down, right? And just a enormous of a fight like this, which could be a three-peat. I think Bivol gonna get the decision. I really do. I'm picking Bivol to get the decision in this fight.
And that's what's up, bro. And I can see it. I would agree with the 3P, but it seems like boxing is kind of not over it because everybody's excited. But I think after today, there won't be more for us to see. And I agree with Rich 100% on here. Hold on, where to go? Maybe it wasn't Rich. Oh yeah, it was Rich. He said, I don't think Bivol can box any better than he did in the first fight. I agree. I think that Bivol fought an excellent fight and he didn't get the dub. So I just don't see it getting better than that. And then this part too, the gap between Beterbiev's power to Bivol's power, that gap is bigger than the skill gap between Beterbiev and Bivol. And I agree 100% with that too, bro, because if it wasn't, I would be picking Bivol. If Bivol was that much better a boxer, you see what I'm saying? Do you understand what he's saying?
Man, I don't know. I don't know if I can agree with that. I think it evens its way out. Because I look at Bivol as being extraordinary as a boxer. Yeah, you could talk about Beterbiev punching power, but don't disregard Bivol's skill asset inside. He is one of the best in the ring as a boxer. So I totally disagree. I think they on even playing fields with that.
I see what you're saying. But what I was gonna say about the three-peat, I think more fans right now are licking their chops to see Benavidez take the winner of either one of those two, dog. And that's how I'm gonna finish my thought.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Benavidez. He gonna have to wait because they reportedly talking about if Bivol win this fight, then David Benavidez gonna go up to cruiserweight and take on what's the Mexican guy name?
Yeah, Pseudo.
Alberto, what's his name?
Pseudo.
Yeah. Take on him, and I'm like, see, that's what I'm saying, David Benavidez. This is what happened to you last time. You rushing yourself. Just sit and wait your turn. You still young, bro, and you still got a chance to take it over. So just get the winner out of Callum Smith and Bouasse, and then, that if the three-peat happened, then if you win your fight, then it could happen. So yeah, that's how I see it.
But Beterbiev wins tonight, then yeah, we should be getting Benavidez.
Yeah, if he win tonight, right? Yes.
Hell yeah.
If he win tonight, but I don't see it.
All right, Corey, what I'm about to do, dog, is just one more time for record keeping. Let's just go from the bottom. Bouasse, Callum Smith.
Callum Smith.
I'm picking Callum. All right. Zhang and Kabayal. Kabayal as well. Virgil Madrimov.
Israel Madrimov in sensational fashion.
Virgil, dominant performance. But Carlos Adames and Shiraz.
I got Carlos Adames. I'm going up with his experience.
I'm going Shiraz. Shakur and Padley.
Oh, easy dog. The easiest dog walk in the park for Shakur.
Shakur Stevenson here too. Parker and Bacoli.
I got Joseph Parker.
Joseph Parker here, and the main event rematch better be a Bivol. I got Beterbiev. There you have it, folks. Listen, the prelims have started. Go do boxing a favor. Go buy the damn card. $25. You ain't gonna miss it. I promise you. $25 will get you going. Corey, any following? Oh, are we gonna be live after the fight?
Yeah, we should. Yeah, I want to.
Yeah, we'll be on live. I don't know what time. It'll probably be later to come and recap everything. Excellent card. So we only owe it to Riyadh season in Turkey. Thank you for putting a great fight, a great card together. Thank you for saving the card too. Shit, like this thing was dangerously close to getting crappy, but here we are, man. So salute to everybody. Thanks for tuning in Saturday morning. Enjoy the fights. Corey, you good? We're closing out. Happy Saturday, bro. I'll holler at you soon, dog.
Yep.
This is JJ Solomon.
This Corey Bradshaw, Mr. RTBA, Mr. These boys can't touch me on my worst day. This is the Spit Bucket Podcast.